What's up, YouTube? This is Damon, aka the world's worst magician, bringing you a look at the DC Comics Superman playing cards. So I happened to find these while I was at Universal Orlando, but they are put out by DC Comics. So let's kind of step through it here. Here's the front of the tuck, Superman logo, 4 different looks at them. On the side, you have the Superman logo, also on the top. And then on the back, you actually have these are the faces of the cards, and they're drawn DC comic style in super bright colors. And then you have the one-way back, which is actually kind of cool. And that's your look at the tuck. All right, and let's get into it. All right, so we have our Jokers, and they're going to be the same card. They're just going to change the coloring on it. And there were no extra gaff type cards included in this set. So as we step through these, you're going to notice that they are really bright, but very animated. It's kind of cool that there's an actual picture of Superman on each one of the cards. I don't know. I almost think it would have been better if they just kind of maybe did something with his logo to make a standard pip design or something like that. But it is cool that they use, DC comic artwork. You're going to see that between the suits they change. So here's the spades versus the hearts ace. And then so the red suits, in this case they're not red, but hearts diamonds, they're going to be the same, and then spades clubs are going to be the same. So I'm going to step through so you can see this artwork. So again, once you see the artwork that is on the first two suits, it's going to be repeated on the next ones. And these colors are super bright. But here's what I'm talking about. So here's the ace of spades compared to the ace of clubs. So you'll see that that's exactly the same. And then here's the king of spades versus the king of clubs. So you'll see that. And again, I'll step through these. So for the next two suits, pretty much all you're going to see a difference in is going to be the color scheme, but the artwork does repeat itself. As far as the feel, if you saw my review on the Joker cards, they are similar to that. If you didn't, they really feel like plastic, and you can see the lights catching on these cards because they're like super shiny. They're pretty stiff. But, in doing card springs, anything like that, or just going through them, they actually don't feel bad. The only thing that feels bad to me for the cards in these series is going to be the fan. As you can see, that's just a terrible fan. And that's not on me. It's just the cards don't spread at all. So, yeah, they really stick together. I don't own fanning powder, but maybe if you put it on there, you could get them to fan. And this is the same way as the Joker cards. I don't know that you really want to fan it. It'd probably look pretty crazy with all these colors. But yeah, even like physically trying to push them apart, it's difficult to try and fan these cards. For everything else, they feel good. And then something that I've found just playing around with them, just like the Joker cards, is that it's not necessarily a flip book. But when you go through them, it's kind of cool seeing like the different Superman poses. So again, it's not a flip book. It wasn't designed to be like that. I was just kind of playing around with the cards, and I just happened to notice that when I was running my thumb over it, it just made like a cool little almost animation type effect. And here's the back. It's a one-way back. So if a card is upside down, you're going to notice it. So you could use that to your benefit if you're going to do tricks or anything with this. I don't know. I guess for cardistry, you might be able to do something with this back and make it look cool. The fronts, I don't know about that. They're pretty neon, but I mean, you can make them work. It just depends on what you're trying to do with them. So as far as like cardistry and magic, I don't know that these are going to be the greatest cards in your collection, but just playing around and just for a cool effect, if you're a Superman fan, it's just something cool to have in your stash. So again, I was able to find these cards at Universal Orlando, but I was able to find them on Amazon. So I'll leave a link in the description to where I found them on there because I could not find them on DC Comics website. So that was your look at the DC Comics Superman playing cards. Well, I hope you liked that review. And if you have any questions, magic tricks, or decks that you want to see reviewed, go ahead and leave a comment down below, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. As always, I would greatly appreciate it if you would click that like button and subscribe for any future reviews. All right,